You don't gotta believe, cause hate is what I'm rolling on. Come on. I love the life I live. Being scared won't hold me back. I gotta fight my fears. My creative juices flowing, can't be like my peers. Cause the bullshit.
What is up, everyone? It's DJ Garcia, Raymond Garcia. Today we're gonna review Captain America: Civil War. It is Sunday, May 8th. I saw the movie yesterday, May 7th, Saturday. We always go to like late showing, so my movie started at 11. And so we got out and it was like 1:30. Oh, it was almost 2 o'clock, alright? And so now it's Sunday. I just woke up like 10 minutes ago. So we're gonna start off with the positives because I have a ton of positives. Look, my pros start from here to here. My cons start from here to here. Yeah, so there's a lot of positives, very little negatives. So we're gonna start off with the performances because the acting here is awesome. Everyone portrays their character, awesomely. There's also emotional scenes, and it's like it really gets at you because it's been 8 years and you've been with these characters through all the movies, and so now they're fighting each other, and it's like, it's kind of sad. But now you also got emotional scenes with Robert Downey Jr., who plays, of course, Tony Stark and Iron Man. You also got Steve Rogers. He has a couple of parts. And then when they're fighting each other, Iron Man and Captain America fight each other. When they end their fight, it's like a very kind of emotional part right there. It's not really a spoiler. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of a sad part because they're fighting each other, and it's kind of like this is just sad, man. The movie is also self-aware, which I love when movies do that. Like I know Marvel does it a couple times when they're self-aware. For example, Aunt May. Aunt May is like, to be honest, she's hot. And see, Robert Downey Jr.'s character, Tony Stark, they kind of meet, and he kind of meets Peter Parker or Spider-Man in the movie, and he even mentions it. That the Aunt May is kind of hot. Like, he even says it. So it's kind of like, I like when they say what everyone in the audience is thinking, because we were all thinking that, because she's not really like the kind of older kind of Aunt May you would expect from like the previous movies of Spider-Man. And so he even says it, and so I love when movies do that. I know they did it in Ant-Man too, right? If you just hear the title of Ant-Man, it sounds stupid, right? A movie called Ant-Man. But in the movie of Ant-Man, they say it. They say how stupid it is, the concept of being a superhero called Ant-Man. So it's self-aware. You know, they say what the audience is thinking, and it's just awesome. Tom Holland, he did great. Like, I think he is Spider-Man. And here, he's Spider-Man. He is a Spider-Man. He's cool as Peter Parker. He's a really nerdy kid. When he meets Tony Stark, he says something about, I gotta do homework. And so it's like, yeah, he's a nerd. He's a nerd. He's all he's thinking about is homework right now. And so yeah, he's definitely that side of Peter Parker, the nerdy kid. And he's kind of a genius too. They kind of show it just a little bit. And that's who Peter Parker is. And that's Spider-Man. As Spider-Man, he's funny. Because I know you've seen like the Captain America part in the trailer. And if you've seen a couple TV spots, he's funny. And that's who Spider-Man is. And when he's in a battle, he'll make jokes. And I don't even know if they're intentional. He just says things like, and they're not even on purpose. They just come out of his mouth, and he's funny. I'm just saying, Tom Holland, he's doing good, and I'm looking forward to his movie now. He did great. Another new character we got was Black Panther, of course, and he had more development. He was in more scenes than Spider-Man. He was actually like a key character in this, because Spider-Man, he was in it, but he didn't really serve that much of a purpose, like a specific purpose. But Black Panther, he had more development with his character, and when he gets the Black Panther suit, like his intro with the Black Panther suit, that is awesome. Just the way he shows up, it's like, whoa, like it's Black Panther, like it's pretty cool. He's also like a fighter. He has skills. He has combat skills, and when he fights people, like he'll kick your ass, alright? Like he's skilled. He can kill you, bro. The chemistry in this movie is awesome. The interactions are some of the greatest parts, because it's Civil War and you have all these characters, and you know, it's like an Avengers film. Black Widow talks to Ant-Man, and then there's Ant-Man who talks to Vision, and Spider-Man talks to Captain America. You have Spider-Man talking to Bucky, and Falcon. You have Falcon talking to the Winter Soldier, Bucky, and it's like all these characters who've never talked to each other before are talking to each other, and like literally, it's awesome. It's just cool, and then the way they talk to each other, it's awesome. I'm gonna go see this movie again if you haven't noticed. Another positive is that both sides were acknowledged. I went into this movie going Team Captain, but I kind of left the movie, still Team Captain. I was still on his side. I still believed in what he was saying, but I did, I wasn't like not listening to Tony Stark's side, because Tony Stark, you actually go into this movie and it's like, okay, you actually know why he's doing what he's doing, and you know why he's on this side and he's opposite of Captain America. You know why. And I was like, okay, it's kind of an emotional thing too. I'm like, that kind of sucks. So I was like, this is terrible. And I know why he's on his side. I know why Cap's on his side. You have to acknowledge at least the opposite side. If you're on Cap, you have to see why Tony Stark is on the opposite side. If you're on Tony Stark's side, you have to at least see why Captain America is on his side. And I love how the movie showed you that. Like, you're not just on one side. The action scenes are just amazing in here. You have the intro scene. The intro scene is an action scene. Black Widow especially takes out like 10, 11 guys, and the way she does it is like, holy shit, she does awesome, guys. They work together like an actual team. I love their teamwork. Like, they're an actual team. They're not just they are the Avengers, and they are a team that actually works together, and it's pretty cool. The fight scenes are awesome. And then of course, if you've watched any other review, everyone is talking about the airport scene, and yes, that is exactly what I'm going to talk about. The airport scene has to be one of the greatest scenes. I think it is the greatest scene, because every superhero character is in that fight, especially the new characters of Spider-Man and Black Panther, and you have Ant-Man coming in now, and then you got Vision. It's like, shit. And then you got your two teams and they fight, and it's just, oof. It is one of the greatest scenes in the whole MCU. Like, it's a fight to be remembered for years. It's just so many awesome moments, and they're not just like little moments to fill up time. It's like each minute, each second you're watching, and each punch that is thrown, you are you're focused on, and you're invested in it, because you know all these characters, and like I said, they interact with each other, like Ant-Man and Vision real quick. Spider-Man and Ant-Man have a quick interaction, and then it's like it's so awesome. It's so cool. It's one of the greatest scenes ever, and I can't give away some spoilers because there is kind of a spoiler. You need to see the movie to be surprised when it happens, and I think you guys know. If you've seen the movie, I think you know what I'm talking about. It's a really big surprise. Props to the Russo brothers, because the Russo brothers are one of my favorite duo of directors right now. And then you got the finale scene, which of course some of you guys might have guessed from the trailers. It is Iron Man versus Captain America and Bucky, but most of the time it's Iron Man and Captain America. So Iron Man is trying to take down Bucky, and then Captain America is trying to save Bucky. So of course that puts Captain America against Iron Man, and it's like it's a cool fight. There's one shot in this movie where it's straight from the comics, and it's a slow-mo shot, and if you've seen it as well, you know what shot I'm talking about, because it's slowed down, and it was a slow-mo shot, and I kind of got chills down my spine because of how awesome it was. The other positive is the humor. Of course, it's a Marvel film, they're gonna have humor. I would hope when Captain America was fighting Iron Man, which he does at the finale, that there's no jokes involved. I hope no one just cracks a joke out of nowhere. And that doesn't happen. The moment they start fighting at the end, there is no jokes involved. I can't think of any. I'm trying to think really hard. I don't think there was, and I'm so happy because it's a serious moment. It's so serious, it's so personal, and I'm so happy they did that, because if they made a joke, it would have just ruined the seriousness. So I love when the movie knew when to be serious and when to not be, when to add jokes and when to not have jokes. So now we're gonna go to the cons finally, which is gonna be 2 minutes, because there's only 2-3 cons, and they're very small, minor cons. Alright, so we're gonna start the CGI, which is kind of noticeable. Like I said, each of these flaws are just flaws. They're tiny negatives. Alright, they're nothing major, they don't affect the story, but the CGI is noticeable. Tony Stark, when he has the suit on, you can tell his head is kind of you can just look at kind of his neck and his whole head. You can kind of notice it. It just looks a little weird. You can just tell. You're like, okay, his head looks weird right now. Also, if you watched, like I said, any other Captain America Civil War review, people will tell you in their negatives the villain, and that's true. The villain in this movie is not really needed. You don't really need the villain. You can take him out completely and it's still gonna be a great film. Nothing that much is gonna be changed. He has a purpose and he kind of has a motivation. He kind of keeps the plot going. He really does. He keeps the plot going. He does. But you didn't really need him in this movie. I get why they used him, but you don't really need him. And he doesn't have that much development. He's not really a villain. Like, he's not scary. He's not really intimidating. He's just kind of there. And so, but it's just a small negative. Like I said, these are all small. Basically, my last con is Crossbones, because I was excited for Crossbones, and he's barely in it. He's in the beginning, and so they wasted his character. You know, it doesn't affect the story. I was waiting since Winter Soldier, because we all know we got the little tease that he was gonna be Crossbones, and then he's in this movie, he's barely in it. I was like, that sucks, and he wasn't in it for that long, and it kind of sucked, because I was really waiting for that character. I wish he was in, at least, I wish he had more screen time at least, but yeah. Okay, so that was my Captain America Civil War review. Please go watch that movie. It is amazing. Comment down below, let me know what you think about Captain America Civil War if you've seen it. Also, like my video, it really helps me out. And if you want to see more of my channel, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.